This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, let's go, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums,
He's going all the way.
your favorite athletes, your teams,
Ford breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh.
your passion, all in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
Well, Friday night basketball is about to begin here on NETSN for our second game of the doubleheader between the Whitehouse Wildcats and the Mount Pleasant Tigers. We had the girls play just a bit ago as the Lady Wildcats extend their undefeated season to 28-0. And the Wildcats are going to try to get a win. They've had a couple of bad losses over the last couple of weeks, and they're trying to get that win and get back into the winning streak column. I got Jeremy here to my right, and we're in a beautiful little, I wouldn't call it, I guess a coliseum or.
Yeah, it's not little.
It's the Willie Williams.
Big,
it's like an airplane hangar.
It is. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, you could throw a ball about as high as you wanted, and I'm not sure you'd hit the ceiling.
Yeah, it's a very nice, and I did this in the first stream and broadcast that we did, but I want to do a big shout out to the Mount Pleasant ISD staff, coaches, and tech team. As in the first game, we had some trouble with technology and internet, and they came out of the woodworks pretty much to help us out, and I greatly appreciate their help. And the coaches, both head coaches, both Coach Chisholm and Coach Crystal for the girls team, they both helped us out, and so we're greatly appreciative. It's been a lot of hospitality here in Mount Pleasant, so I wanted to give them a thank you and a big shout out.
Yeah, they were
done a fantastic
job. And then we had admin running in and out trying to get us set up.
Yeah.
And so it was an awesome thing. They were very conscientious of getting us what we needed, and it doesn't always happen. So.
They even set us up a nice little table over here, because I've had a few people come over and go, where did that come from?
Yeah.
And even one of the guys that's the maintenance crew, he came over here and helped us get this. They had lacquered. When they lacquered the court, they lacquered the outlet shut, because this area apparently is never used.
Sure.
But they took care of us. So, again, I want to say a huge thank you to Mount Pleasant ISD. They're doing the starting lineups right now, and then we'll get things started for the game. Kind of talk about it right now. Whitehouse 10-9 and Mount Pleasant 11-7, pretty close by both of them. Whitehouse averaging about 43.6 points a game. Mount Pleasant averaging about 58 points a game. And Mount Pleasant right now is second in district. They're 4-1 in district. Whitehouse not doing as well in district as they want to do. They're 1-4. They've only beaten Tyler High, and Tyler High is third in district at 3-2. And that's the only win they have in a great game right before Christmas.
But again, time to move, right? This is the time of the year where it's time to get on the move, and
because next week starts your second
round. Run through again.
You do a full run through, and so next week starts it, and so that's what we're going to be getting going here. Muhammad Diarra for the Wildcats is going to be tipping things off, and Emmanuel Harris for the Tigers is going to be tipping off. And here we go, and we're off.
Great job there on the tip. Diarra was a little bit quicker off the ground there.
And Pickens has the ball. going to give it around. Wildcats very good at passing the ball. Kind of lose a little bit of control. They kind of move a little bit fast for themselves at times. But they do a pretty good job moving that ball around. Keaton Whittle, a player to watch for the Wildcats. He is a freshman and one heck of a player for this Wildcat team as he gets it, passes it out. 3-point shot, and that's going to be a three-pointer by Chris Stearns.
Yeah, good shot there. Good look there by Whittle. Quick kick, and
now the Tigers have it. And that's going to be Zeke Hill. He's going to move things around. A lot of big players on that Tigers team.
Yeah, they've got good size, and guys that are tall aren't just tall and lanky. They've got some body to them too, right? So, speaking of.
And a good play underneath. That's actually Emmanuel Harris. He got tripped up a little bit, but he makes the move to get the ball into the basket.
Yeah, Nemo Savage, number 2, is a big man. That's a great name for a big man too, right? Like,
oh yeah,
you know, you'd want him to play defensive tackle as well, right? And
he's just a junior. Passing it around the top. And Oliveris gets it stolen from him. And a bad pass or a bad catch, whichever one you want to call it. And that's going to be a foul on Stearns.
Foul on the Wildcats, number 3.
That's going to be his first, obviously. First team foul. That's going to put number 23, Emmanuel Harris, on the line. Harris, a senior, one of many on this team.
Great free throw there by him. You got some interesting shoe game. You got Harris with the pink kicks. Then you also have Hill. He's got the purple grimace kicks.
And misses that one. Pickens is going to grab that for the Wildcats on the rebound. 9 seniors for this team, and a foul on Stearns. That'll be his second team foul. You got to be careful. And especially when you talk to the referee, you can't do that. Although nowadays you might be able to, but back when I played and you played, you really couldn't talk to the referees.
Right. Well, and what happened there was he got himself in trouble, right, a little bit, and got out of spot, and then he doubled down by fouling, right? And so you don't want to do that, especially when you already have one.
Good pass to the outside. That's going to be Hill. Hill, it's going to be off. Good rebound by Pickens. Kind of lost it, but Ace Oliveris is there, and a travel by Oliveris. And the woes continue for Oliveris. The last game on Tuesday, he just struggled a lot for the majority of the game.
Yeah,
and
that was a
that's
situation
unusual.
just going too fast, right?
Yeah.
Like trying to do too much. But again, right, there was no help. There was no guard coming to get that ball from him, and I know that's his position, but you want the point guard to run that show from there, and especially when there's pressure.
3-point shot up is going to be off. Pushed out of the way is Whittle, but a good job by Diarra and Pickens to get position. And it goes out of bounds on the Tigers. I wish I could see what the height of Emmanuel Harris is, because that is a very large man.
Yeah, he's pushing 6'7", I would say.
He's got to be. Here comes Pickens.
That was a good look there to get the ball up, and then
good job by Oliveris to get it out. That's going to be Levi Kelly. Whittle is going to drive the lane and misses it, but a good rebound attempt by Diarra, who's usually their top rebounder, and he misses. And Whittle's going to try to get down, and he blocks the shot. Great job. Levi Kelly gets the turnover. Gets it to Pickens. Oliveris, free throw shot, jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Savage. Great name, by the way. It kind of, 3-point shot's going to go long. Whittle going to get it. I love the name Nemo Savage, because the name Nemo kind of makes you go, and then you got Savage, and it throws you down.
Yeah, it's definitely a kind of an oxymoron, I guess you'd say.
And they're going to trap Oliveris, but then they go away. That's a weird look, but I guess they had to get back. And Levi Kelly
Yeah, I'm surprised both defenders left, right? That's the surprise to me.
Diarra pulls up, jump shots it around the free throw line and missed it. Wildcats have a lot of looks here early and missed quite a few shots with 4:01 left in the first period. 3-point shot's going to miss by Zeke Hill, and Whittle's going to go down hard.
Yeah, that was an interesting because the defender there, Emmanuel Harris, got away with pushing his man into Whittle, who got knocked out of bounds, right? So kind of one of those things where defense threw another, I guess you'd say, but probably could have been a foul.
Zeke Hill has the ball. Trying to pass it around. There's Savage in the top, but it's going to be taken in and fouled.
Yeah, Chisholm had a good spin there.
Yeah,
it was a good spin move by him.
Now there's something we need to know about Chisholm.
Yeah, they said he just scored 1,500 points, so 1,500 points is a big accomplishment as a high school athlete. And he misses the first.
Entering for the Tigers, number 1.
So Kevin Newsom is checking in for the Tigers.
And he makes the second one. So here comes Pickens and the Wildcats. I guess that's another. My daughter thought it was funny. I said Whittle and the Wildcats when she was down, and she said that's a great name for a band. I guess Pickens and the Wildcats is a good one as well. Whittle. Now, Whittle's one of those kind of like Morris on the girls' team. You get him started, and that's a good drive. But he is also a three-point shooter, so you get him started.
Yeah, and I think it was just
hurt you.
He went 0 to full speed there in about a step, right? And I think that's the advantage he has there is the quickness.
And Savage just takes it to the hole, and it comes out, but it puts back up by Kevin Newsom.
Yeah, great follow on the tip there.
And Whittle, let me tell you something about Whittle, too, that I've seen as he loses that ball, though. But Whittle gets shoved around more than anybody I've seen, but he does not back down as that one goes in by Nemo Savage.
Yeah, that's something you learn as a freshman, right? What do we?
And Coach Kelly having a bit of an issue. And I'm not sure what happened. And Coach Kelly is usually a very soft-spoken guy.
I think that was, sometimes some officials get a little sensitive.
Yeah. I didn't see what happened, and I was looking.
I don't know.
Elsewhere.
It seemed to be much ado about nothing.
Yeah.
I think he was just saying something about the call for Whittle on the other end, I think, and then I think somebody took offense to it. So
speaking of Whittle, he puts the three-pointer in. Well, and I'll tell you something about that referee there. On the last game, I said something not even about him, and he turned around and looked at us.
Yeah.
And he was right here in front of our table. That shot's going to go long and get rebounded as a shot. Smith misses it for the Tigers, and the Wildcats bringing it down. We have a tie ball game at 8:2:04 left in the first period, and Oliveris gets stuck, but does a good job of kind of maneuvering himself into position to pass the ball.
Yeah, Whittle had a heads-up play there to get out in a spot where he could see him.
And a good job by Chisholm to steal it, and Pickens really couldn't do anything on that. He got kind of knew he was going to get a foul.
Yeah, that's that spot where you end up in the wrong place at the wrong time. You're just trying to hustle down the court, and you get in somebody's way.
Entering for the Tigers, number 23.
So Newsom will sit, and Harris checks back in. So quick breather there for Harris.
Yeah, and I think Chisholm's one of the things that got Pickens. Pickens was going to go up and I think try to steal the ball from behind, and Chisholm just stopped.
Yeah, it was that he heard the footsteps right in a good way, and
somebody wolfed it.
Yeah,
3-point shot, and it's going to go off. That was a shot. Smith missed the shot. It's going to go out of bounds on the Tigers. Wildcats will have it. 1:35 left in the first period. Oliveira bringing the ball across midcourt. Diarra. Haven't heard much from him yet.
Yeah, Harris has done and that was it. And then Pickens threw a laser to him.
Yeah, a little bit low. Not really in a vicinity to catch it. Down about the knees is where it got
Well,
to
and
him.
he takes about 10 miles an hour off that, and it's a perfect bounce pass, right? He got excited when he was so open, and he overdid it. But, again, great cut there by Diarra, and just unable to make the connection.
That's going to be a three-point shot off the mark. Pickens tries to get position. They're going to call a travel on Emmanuel Harris, and he kind of hit the ground, slid with the ball. Didn't pass it in time.
Yeah, you can't hold on to it and go to the ground at the same time. That's a travel.
So Oliveras has the ball. He's going to bring it down. And Whittle kind of lost that. I don't know if the ball's wet by any chance, but here comes Pickens. And over the basket. And here comes Chisholm.
And the air ball chance from the crowd, right?
Of course. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Pickens. It'll be his second.
That was just a smart play there by Harris. He saw Pickens in no man's land under the bucket there and knew he couldn't really get out of the way, so he attacked him and drew the foul.
And now that's 5 fouls on the Wildcats as Harris misses
Entering for the Tigers, number 4.
his first.
Number 12.
And I'll tell you, look, the Tigers missing some free throws early in the ball game. With 40 seconds left in the first period. Misses that one. Good position by Diarra, but a foul is going to be called, and I think it's going to be over the back. Called on Alex Guerrero. That'll be his first. It'll be the first team foul of the entire first period on the Tigers.
Yeah, and checking in for the Cats is number 15. That's Bennett Lascano.
Yeah, Lascano gets the ball across quickly, and he's going to get called with a travel as his pivot foot moved forward just a little bit. So 30.9 seconds left in the first period.
12.
And Eli White checking in.
Yeah, along with number 12, Colton Seal.
And that's going to give Diarra and Whittle a little bit of a breather.
For the Tigers, number 11.
I'm sure they'll come back in at the beginning of the second period.
Yeah, and then Zeke Hill is checked back in for the Tigers. So kind of some wholesale changes. Both teams have had about 8 players on the floor.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Chisholm and Coach Kelly do a good job of line changes, so to speak. And looks like Tigers are going to wait to take the final shot of the period. And they got their play. Chisholm with the ball. 3-point shot. And off the mark. And a good rebound and put back by Emmanuel Harris. 2 seconds. And off. And that's going to be the end of the first period. And it's 10-8 is your score here in Mount Pleasant. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching NETSN.
It was about 7:30 in the morning, just like every other day. I was leaving Glendale, coming into Tyler on my way to work, and then the unexpected happened. My brother told me about Shane McGuire at the McGuire firm and how hard he fights for his clients. I met with Shane, he took care of me and my family, and got me on the road to healing so I could get back to normal days with those who matter most.
I'm Shane McGuire from the McGuire firm. We're here for you.
Feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride.
And we are about ready to start the second period. Hopefully the Wildcats can get something going here. Get some shots to drop. They missed quite a few opportunities.
And yet it's only 10-8, right? I mean,
yeah.
you're 2 for 4 from the three-point line and then 1 for 4 from 2. Wow, what a take there by Zeke Hill.
Yeah, he kind of waited for that moment to happen.
Good Wolf call there by Ace. It's going to go to Kelly. Oh, just misses the 3.
And a good job by Oliveris to get that back, and that's going to draw the foul. And
He got him for a turnover. He traveled. He shuffled the puppies, trying to make something happen there, and got caught moving that 1 foot that you're not supposed to.
Chisholm with the ball. Kind of pass around the horn, I guess. Here's Mr. Savage.
Oh, great block there by
Good
Diarra.
job. Diarra is very good at that. And I believe that's going to be a foul on Ashad Smith. His first foul, first team foul. Team foul coming early in this period.
That was kind of that same deal, right? Like
Yeah.
you're over exuberant to get to the other end, and you run into somebody. And
I don't think he was looking. That's the thing. He wasn't looking at
Right.
the runner, or not the runner, but the player in front of him. Oliveris just going to try to drive, and Seal puts it up and is going to get a blocking foul called on, I believe, Savage.
Yeah.
Yep, that's going to be Nemo Savage.
And I think Nemo was in good position, but then Seal did a good job of kind of going, or Lascano did a good job of kind of going to the side of him there. And
15 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that is. I get Seal and Lascano mixed up sometimes. My bad.
No, it was a good move there though by Bennett to kind of adjust on the fly there and move to the side just enough to get the block call.
Well, and really, Nemo had the good idea. He just didn't get set in time just when he slid over.
Entering for the Tigers, number 5. Entering for the Wildcats, number 31.
So the first one does go in by Lascano. Lascano ready to make the next one, and he does. 2-point game. Tigers. Almost everybody around the top of the key, and a good, lost the ball, but he gained it back. Zeke Hill. And that's going to be a 3-point shot, no good by Ashad Smith. I don't think he's made one yet.
No, he's 0 for 2 from 3 and 0 for 1 from 2.
And
That was probably the
Whittle,
best look he's had, and then Smith's going to commit the foul.
He's going to get his second foul of the ball game. It'll be the third team foul.
And that ball is just going to slowly roll to the end of the floor. I was kind of hoping my dad on camera would get that slow trickle down right to see how long it took somebody to find it, but Bennett went down there and grabbed it.
Oliveris gets
And they have had a quick 5 count tonight. It was in the ladies' game. It was that same way, but especially that one official, he has a very fast 5 count.
Yeah, he didn't play.
No, it's almost even at the collegiate level. I don't know that you get that foul, that 5-second call that fast. But
and he starts it very, very early. I kind of watched him there to just see.
And not that it's the wrong call. We're not saying that, but.
No.
A lot of times it's more of like a 6-second count when they make those. They want to be sure that it was a full 5.
And a good steal by Kelly. Levi Kelly gets it.
Kind of one of those things where, like, when you have the delay of game and everybody's yelling, the clock's at 0, that official looks at the zeros and looks down to see if the ball's moved. That's kind of what happens a lot of times with the 5-second count. See, like, to me, he pulled away from that 5-second count, but he was still counting it.
Chisholm makes a good little layup there. And one thing I've noticed really about the Tigers, they do a very good job of a trap.
Yes.
On these players.
And if you watch, it's every time the Wildcats turn their back, when they go to dribble back up toward the top, that's when the trap comes, when they don't see it coming, right? Like right there.
And a good job. Levi Kelly just gets stuck in the corner.
Yeah.
And decides, you know what? I'm just going to put this in, and does a good little jump shot.
That was my plan all along.
Yeah. 14-12 with 4:58 left. 3-pointer by Chisholm.
Yeah, his first. He's already up to 6 points here early. Keaton Whittle's got 5 to lead the Cats.
4:45 left.
Ooh, man, I was going to say that has to be
Yeah.
contact. He's gotten away with it a couple times, but
It's Emmanuel Harris. That's his first. It'll be the 4th team foul.
you can only chop a freshman a couple, so many times before you get caught. So
And so it's kind of been a swap from the last one, but it's going to be a full timeout. So we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be right back. You're watching NETSN.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
Hey East Texas, I'm Sarah Barnett with RE/MAX Benchmark. As a 9th-generation Texan, buying and selling real estate isn't just a job to me, it's personal. Born and raised right here in East Texas, my goal is simple: to create an experience that is seamless, transparent, and stress-free. From contract to closing, I'll be there every step of the way. Proud supporter of all things Martins Mill.
And we're back out of the timeout. 4:39 left in the first half. 17-12 is your score. Tigers with the lead. Whitehouse has the ball. Levi Kelly up at the top. Diarra trying to find somebody. Oliveris, good move, puts it up and no good. No rebound there. And an elbow to the face by Emmanuel Harris. No. What was that call?
I don't know.
I am not sure what that call was. It looked to me.
They called a foul on Oliveris. I think they called the grab.
Okay, wow.
But
I saw an elbow to the face.
Yeah, I think he grabbed him first, but I don't know. Yeah, it was interesting.
All right, so Oliveris with the foul. First personal, first team foul for him. Savage with the shot. And Chisholm's going to get the rebound off the slap down of the air ball.
Yeah, again, I think from now on, I'm not closing out on Savage in that corner three, right? I'm going to make one.
Let him get it, and the shot's going to make it.
Good job there by Zeke Hill on the drive. I think he caught Diarra off his feet and would have been okay had he not done the swing, right? He kind of swung down to try to get the block, and that almost always guarantees a foul call, right or wrong.
Muhammad Diarra with the foul. His second team foul. And Zeke Hill's going to finish it out with the free throw, three-point offensive series there for Hill. Three-point shot there by Whittle, and they're going to say he went out of bounds. I believe that was Bennett Lozano went out of bounds.
Yeah.
I think he dribbled the ball on the line.
Try to do the catch save and just kind of touch that line just a little bit.
.320 left in the first half. 20-12 is your score. Savage. Good pass underneath to Chisholm, and it's going to be blocked, but a foul is going to be called on Diarra.
Yeah, he was just a half step late on that one. Chisholm saw the opening and decided he was going to flush it, and Diarra said he's not going to flush it. It's a battle of wills right there.
Chisholm going to the line. And makes the first one.
Entering for the Wildcats, number 3 and number 5.
And Stearns and Pickens come in for the Wildcats. Levi Kelly is out. And I believe Bennett Lozano is out as well, taking a little bit of a break. Misses the second one, but it's going to be rebounded by Zeke Hill, and he's going to get fouled.
Yeah, it's going to be Stearns on the foul.
His third.
Yeah, that's dangerous already.
And that's going to be the fourth team foul of the period with 3 minutes left, 3:07 actually left in the first half. Hill has had a little bit of a lane for him, but it was closed up quickly by the Wildcats. And Guerrero lost it. Whittle slides into the fans and gets quickly back up. And missed that one. Good rebound by Pickens. No, Diarra, excuse me. And I think they're going to call a foul on the Tigers. And that's going to be on Savage, his second.
Yeah, and it was a good rebound there. Diarra skied up and grabbed a hold of it. That's going to be 5 fouls,
yeah, I was
too,
going
on
to
the
say
Tigers.
that's the 5th one. They were saying out of bounds, and I was like, I don't think so. So that's going to put Diarra to the line shooting, too.
Well, and sometimes it takes a second for that scoreboard to update,
Yeah.
right? So sometimes the officials are looking up there, and all of a sudden the 5 rolled, and they said, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We got to put him on the line.
So Muhammad Diarra is going to be shooting 2. Misses that one. I had to just update the score. Sometimes I miss a score for some reason. I don't know how. 21-12 is the score. 2:38 left in the first half. Usually we have what's called a scoreboard, and it does it for us, but
it decided not to
work tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm the scoreboard, and sometimes I get caught up in the game, and I have to remember. Oh yeah, I got to push a button.
Yeah. So Diarra went 1 of 2 from the line. And great job there by Zeke Hill getting in the middle of the lane. Easy bucket finish for him.
And a good pass.
Oh, he's got to
go.
He's got to go.
Yeah.
There. He kind of hesitated.
And a pull-up shot by Whittle, and just too high on the glass, and it didn't go in.
I think Ace was surprised about how, wow, man. I think he was surprised how open he was, and he forgot to go, right?
They're all over Diarra right now, because that is his 3rd.
That was actually, I think
that's going to be on Kelly.
Yeah. Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty soft call, and I think that's what Coach Kelly is. He's like, really? All the stuff that's happening, we're going to call that one.
Yeah, they've started to ramp up on the calls this period. The last one, it was basically 6. Now they're up to about, 10.
Right.
So they have gone a little bit more on this one. Missed both shots. And Zeke Hill, so good rebound by the Wildcats. Oliveris has it. Good pass to Kelly. Kelly, 3-point shot. In there, 3-pointer.
Yeah, good shot. That brings him up to 5, and he is tied with Whittle for the team lead in scoring.
And Oliveris, he intentionally did that one. And I don't know if he just thought that would save it or what he was thinking with 1:47 left in the first half. But you're going to put one of their top shooters on the line for some reason.
Yeah.
Puts that one in. Sometimes I try to put myself into positions to understand certain things, and that I just don't understand why you put one of their better shooters on the line
well,
to shoot.
I think we know. I mean, sometimes young guys make those right. Like in your head, you're like, I can get there.
Yeah.
And then you can't get there.
And I think frustration sets in sometimes as well. Yeah.
Pickens. You knocked down both of those, so it's 25-16. Oh, and then a turnover.
Yeah, Pickens' pass just not able to get there.
Oh,
and
what a block!
Diarra blocks it. Does a fantastic job, and it's going to go out of bounds on Emmanuel Harris.
Yeah, Pickens made the mistake of getting in the air to make that pass, right? He was off his feet, and so he was kind of stuck in no man's land, and then he made that turnover there, right? So.
And we're going to have a timeout called. I think it's going to be a 30-second timeout by Mount Pleasant. Let me look and see. No.
It's,
yes.
Yeah.
No.
So they marked it wrong because the first timeout was Whitehouse, and then that one should have been Mount Pleasant. So.
Yeah, they might want to. Well, hopefully the book has it right.
Somebody will get it.
Yeah, that's not us. We have it right on our board.
Yeah. Yeah. So a full timeout used by the Wildcats, and then a 30-second here by the Tigers. So. Again, each team is awarded 3 fulls and 2 30s, and sometimes that, you watch the collegiate level, and that's different, right, in the pro level.
Right.
And sometimes they're 30 seconds, sometimes they're fulls, and it all depends on TV broadcasts and all that fun stuff. And we don't have that here. We are YouTube, but we thankfully don't have to worry about any obligations as far as that. We just let the coaches do it. So.
Yep. And then we do what we have to do when we have to do it. Take care of business when we have to take care of business. And that's going to be Kelly.
Yeah, he's
going to get across midcourt.
I was going to say he was flirting with the 10-second call there.
And Pickens fighting for the ball. So is now Oliveris.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
it's
sure
a
how
scrum.
that wasn't a kick.
And I'm not sure, how that wasn't a travel. a lot of how that wasn't going on down there. Shot, Chisholm, 3 in there.
Yeah, and all of a sudden we have a 12-point game, right? Whitehouse had kind of done a good job of kind of stemming the flow there for a minute and kind of slacking the tide, and then it's bounced right back.
1:01 left in the first half, and kind of a longer pass, and Pickens goes into the score booth. As Oliveris' pass goes led him a little bit too far.
Yeah, I'd like to see somebody come to the middle of the floor on that when they're making that trap. Somebody come to that Mount Pleasant logo to help so you can get the ball up again. Dribbling is not going to get you very far. It's a lot faster to pass. But it's easier to say from this side, right, when you're not in the middle of it. But
nobody's going to engage Smith, so he's just going to let the clock run.
Yeah, and I think the key here is not letting Chisholm get anything open, right?
Yeah.
I think of the guys on the floor, he's your most likely scorer.
20 seconds left. Clock running.
They're going to have to refinish that spot on the floor where Smith is dribbling as he's taking all the lacquer off that one spot on the floor as he's about 95 dribbles there.
And they're trying to get a foul, but not for Chisholm. And that was blocked by Diarra, which he is very good at. And that's going to be the halftime score of 28-16 here in Mount Pleasant as your halftime is coming up. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll come back with some stats and the second half of this ball game. You're watching high school basketball on NETSN. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey East Texas, I'm Sarah Barnett with RE/MAX Benchmark. As a 9th-generation Texan, buying and selling real estate isn't just a job to me, it's personal. Born and raised right here in East Texas, my goal is simple: to create an experience that is seamless, transparent, and stress-free. From contract to closing, I'll be there every step of the way. Proud supporter of all things Martins Mill. Let's go, Mustangs.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
It was about 7:30 in the morning, just like every other day. I was leaving Lindale, coming into Tyler on my way to work, and then the unexpected happened. My brother told me about Shane McGuire at the McGuire firm and how hard he fights for his clients. I met with Shane, he took care of me and my family, and got me on the road to healing so I could get back to normal days with those who matter most.
I'm Shane McGuire from the McGuire firm. We're here for you.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums,
He's going all the way.
your favorite athletes, your teams,
Ford breaks the tackle. Oh my gosh.
your passion, all in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
Got about 2 minutes left before the start of the second half. And Jeremy, you got a little bit of stats for us. Kind of tell us how the first half went.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is Mount Pleasant has been to the line. They've shot 13 free throws. They've made 6 of the 13, so not a great percentage. But on the other side, you've got Whitehouse at 3 for 4, but only 4, right? And then as far as field goals go, Whitehouse is 2 for 7 from 2, 3 for 7 from 3, so 5 of 14 overall. Mount Pleasant is 8 for 17 from 2, and then 2 for 11 from 3, so they're 10 of 28. So the volume of shots, even though they haven't made as many, but they've gotten a lot more shots off, and so I think the defense for Mount Pleasant's really been the big deal. Zeke Hill and Carter Chisholm leading the way for Mount Pleasant. Chisholm has 12, Hill has 7. And then for the Whitehouse, for the Wildcats, Levi Kelly and Keaton Whittle both have 5. And then Chris Stearns has 3 points, but he also has 3 fouls. And I think that was a big thing too, right? He was not on the floor much in that first half. And you could really tell in the difficulty that Whitehouse had in getting the ball up the floor. They were missing one of their key ball handlers.
Yeah. And I agree with that. Wildcats got to do a little bit more on the offensive side of the ball, in my opinion, of getting out of that trap block that Mount Pleasant has. They're losing that. They got to slow down a little bit. I think they're going a little bit too fast, and they're losing momentum by losing the ball and giving Mount Pleasant that physicality that they have. You and I talked about that a little bit because Mount Pleasant's a very physical team. Whitehouse can be, but I think they're a little bit gun shy when it comes to they don't want to get the fouls, they don't want to get this. You can't play that way. You can't play as assuming that something bad's going to happen. You got to play to play.
Yeah, and I think that Mount Pleasant's done a good job of speeding Whitehouse up, right? They've taken them out of the rhythm that they want to run in, and they forced forced Whitehouse to play the Mount Pleasant version of basketball, right? And so a lot of basketball is that. Can I impose my will on the other team? Can I force them to play a way that they don't want to? And in that first half, it was very evident that Mount Pleasant was on the front foot when it came to that. And so now Whitehouse has to counter. And I think, again, like we said, a big part is going to be keeping Stearns on the floor longer than he was.
Whitehouse will have the ball to start the second half, and here we go. As Stearns has the ball at the top. Oliveris to Diarra, and a foul is going to be called here early.
I think that was Savage. He tried to undercut him there. And
that's going to be his first of the third period. That's going to put Diarra to the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, and he's kind of shaking his head, but I'm not sure what else you.
Well, I mean, you can't back into him and knock
Yeah.
him down. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you're trying to gain position, but when the guy's in the air,
Yeah.
that's a different.
Oh, that was the easiest call the officials had.
Oh yeah.
That was the easiest call of the night.
Entering for the Tigers, number 23.
And in comes Emmanuel Harris for the Tigers now, as Diarra shoots the second. Puts that one in as well. So that's what the Wildcats need to do, is make themselves make any kind of free option to make
Right.
shots.
Well, and that's, those two free throws are just Diarra's second and third points of the night, right? So Mount Pleasant's done a good job of keeping him off the glass and out of scoring position most of the night. And so in fact, he just has one shot from the field. Ooh.
And kind of a late whistle on that one.
Yeah, that's the one that you wonder if he was going to blow it if he makes it, right? And that's 3 on Diarra.
Yeah, so that's two players, Chris Stearns and Muhammad Diarra, with 3 fouls on the Wildcat side. Missed on Emmanuel Harris.
Now, the good news is Harris has struggled from the line. He's just 1 for 5. And so, if you're going to foul somebody, that's probably a guy to foul. You just don't want to do it with the same guy over and over and over.
And the Tigers pretty much putting everybody back.
Yeah, usually you do that with a guy you're sure he's going to make it, but
right.
They kind of.
I guess they were sure he was going to miss it.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to get a foul there, though, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to get a foul 88 feet from the basket or 80 feet, and
it's going to go over. Whittle not committing, and that's one thing that I've noticed as well over the last. That's going to be a steal, bad pass by Whittle. Zeke Hill's going to take it in and across, and that's a weak foul.
Well, I think so. So the problem was Ace tried to take a charge, and then when he saw he was going to be out of position, he stepped forward, and so I think the official was calling that block there for that reason, right? I mean, it's kind of a soft call, but if you're going to attempt to take a charge and then you come out of it that quick, they often make that.
That's going to be his third, so that's another one with a third. That's 3 players with 3 fouls for the Wildcats.
Ooh.
Another foul called or a timeout? Nope, 30-second timeout's going to be called.
I'm not sure that he had possession when that timeout was called, but they gave it to him anyway, so 30 seconds there. We've had some quick whistles and some interesting ones. So
it's going to be a 30-second timeout on Mount Pleasant. And that'll leave them with 3 timeouts left. Whitehouse will have 4 timeouts. And that could be, and timeouts. I always look at timeouts. You got to spend them very carefully.
If you're up 10, though, you're probably not as concerned right now with that, right? If I'm Whitehouse, I'd be more concerned, right, if I were blowing through timeouts. But with a 10-point cushion and the way your defense has been playing, I think you're not as worried about that, right? And you don't want to give up a possession if you don't need to, so you call the timeout there.
And Tigers trying to get that point on the board. Chisholm's 3-point shot goes a little bit off, hit the front of the rim and bounced up and back.
Yeah, and then Diarra skied and got a good rebound there.
Stearns crosses midcourt, directing the troops. Oliveris underneath. Pickens off the glass, in. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, and again, Pickens was another guy that didn't get a lot of time on the court. He got 2 quick fouls, right, and so he sat for a while. What a move.
That was a beautiful move. A good rebound, too, by Landon Cheatham. Haven't really heard from or about him much this game.
Yeah, that's really – he just checked in for the first time in the second half, and so makes his presence known early with a rebound and a 2-point, and then we have a turnover.
Whittle's pass taken by Cheatham, and a good job by Stearns to just kind of pull up and not take the foul.
Yeah, I've noticed Whittle's had a couple of freshman mistakes, right? You can't throw the ball backwards, soft and slow, right? And he's done that twice where he kind of had that ball in the corner and then he tried to dump it up top, and then that time he went across the lane, and you can't do it.
And Cheatham blocked that pass out, and it gets down there, and there's Emmanuel Harris with 2.
Yeah, we got a 14-point lead.
And the Tigers making their presence known on the defensive side is another turnover and a steal. And that's going to be a turnover by the Wildcats. They're going to come up, and Stern's going to try to put it in. He's going to get a travel.
Yeah. Well, and what happened there, too, was that was too unselfish by the Tigers, right? They tried to make too many plays. Just shoot the ball, right? Like the coach is going to say, hey, I love the unselfishness, but somebody's got to score that. We can't turn it over when we got a 3-on-1.
And Guerrero comes in on the Tigers side for Cheatham. Cheatham goes and has a seat. They're going to be passing it around a little bit. 4:40 left in the third period. And Zeke Hill trying to find an opportunity. I don't know if he's going to, he's going to pull up and shoot and misses it. And that's a good rebound by Harris. Guerrero, 3 in there.
Yeah, again, second chance points, right?
Timeout, Wildcats.
And Whitehouse is going to take their timeout.
Stanzel Construction is proud to be
Not going
a sponsor for Mount Pleasant.
to see if it's going to be a full half. What? And Kelly's going to have a conversation. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. And Coach Kelly's not too happy with the way things are going.
Thank you, Stanzel Construction.
I think he's frustrated by some of the things that the Mount Pleasant offense seems to be getting away with, or defensively both ways, right? And he's trying to figure out why the calls aren't happening in both directions. And I don't think he got the answer he wanted. Let's say that. I don't think he got the answer he wanted.
Yeah.
So.
Which I'm sure most of the time they don't answer. They just say, we'll watch it.
Yeah.
4:16 left in the third period. 37-20 is your score here in Mount Pleasant. Whitehouse on the inbound. Full court press looking like.
Great look there.
3-point shot's going to be off by Stearns. Oliveris get a little foot tied up with Smith. Smith comes down and airballs it on the 3. Or actually it was a 2.
I think somebody turned the AC on right there at that shot, right? That's what he would say is air kicked on.
Well, they're going right there, yeah. I can see it in this airplane hangar.
Yeah.
They are putting on the press.
And it just makes everything so much harder.
And Whittle misses the
what a look.
post pattern, but a good job by Diarra to just come down and help Whittle out.
Yeah, Whittle almost made a freshman mistake and then turned that into a heads-up play, right?
And does a very good job on the assist, yeah.
Because he had a wide-open layup if he catches that clean, and then able to gather it and then hit Diarra on the cut.
That was a good press break by the Wildcats. And a foul is going to be called as Harris goes up for 2, makes the 2. And he'll be going to the line as Diarra, I believe, gets.
That's 4 on him.
Yeah, they're going to pull him. Well, I don't know. Coach Kelly may not.
Yeah.
Although he may not know. I know I used to work at Whitehouse, and I was his book guy. And I would have to remind him every once in a while.
Well, sometimes as a coach, right, you're trying to think, I got to keep guys in.
Yeah.
You know, it is. Sometimes you're like, but at least they're doing a good job of announcing so you can hear it. But, yeah, you're trying to do a bunch of things, and sometimes those little details miss. But I think he's going to try to trust Diarra here. And, again, being down big, you need him.
Whittle off the front. It's going to be rebounded. And a bad pass. Oh. And, pardon me, Kelly gets hit by Emmanuel Harris, and the foul is going to be called, his second. And I believe it's the second team foul. It's going to go out on the sideline. 3 minutes left in the third period. Fastball thrown to Diarra. And another fastball thrown back to Pickens, but he missed it. And a turnover.
Entering for the Tigers, number 12, Jaden Jackson.
So Chisholm and the Tigers coming down.
Yeah, and a comfortable 18-point lead. They've been able to kind of stretch that lead out here in the third quarter with a 12-6 advantage in the quarter. The big one was the,
Well, the Wildcats brought a little closer, and then all of a sudden it just kind of got away from them.
Right.
3-point shot by Chisholm, and that doesn't help them.
No.
Help the Wildcats, but it does help the Tigers. And I think Chisholm is showing a little bit why he got so many points so far.
Yes. Yeah, he's sitting on 17 and 3 for 6 from 3, so 50% from the 3-point line. That's not a bad night. And then Harris has 10 and Hill has 7.
And a travel called. And I couldn't tell. I didn't see his foot, but the referee apparently did, so that's going to be called. 2:06 left in the third period. We'll be heading to Marshall on Tuesday for the Wildcats versus the Marshall Mavericks. 3-point shot. It's going to be off the mark, rebounded by the Wildcats. Zeke Hill misses that shot. It's going to go out of bounds, and the Wildcats will retain possession. Oliveira's going to bring it across midcourt. It's going to go out of bounds on the Tigers.
That would have been a steal, I think, had it not hit the official there.
Yeah. Ashad tried. He was working on it.
A good break there for the Wildcats.
Oliveira's pull up 3-point shot and off the back side of the rim. And here come the Tigers. Chisholm wanted to pull up and shoot that, but he didn't. That's Zeke Hill, and a foul's going to be called on Kelly. Levi Kelly, his second. I think it's going to be the fourth team foul for the Wildcats.
It looked like you got that one pretty clean. I'm not sure about that call. It looked like a clean poke, but foul's called. Eli White's checking in, as well as Alex Guerrero.
And I think that was a possibly blood in. I mean, that's the only reason I would think they would do that.
Yeah.
Without checking into the table. That 3-point shot's going to be missed. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Oh, Oliveris misses it. And a bad pass by Cheatham, and the Wildcats get it back. Chisholm on Oliveris very well. And Oliveris, once again, just loses his footing. And a great play by Zeke Hill as he just lays it right in with 25 seconds left in the third. That's going to be Lascano over to Oliveris. 9 seconds left. Oliveris trying to, I guess, get to where he can make the last shot. And he's going to draw the foul, and Cheatham's going to get that one.
Yeah, I think Cheatham was in good position, and then he got aggressive there at the end and put his hands down. And
Foul on number 21.
That'll be his first foul. And 0.6 on there, so really not much going to happen after these free throws. Oliveris is very good at free throws. I think they're missing some scores. Okay, thank you. I was going to say, I think they're missing putting some stuff up. 40. I guess I missed one too. 45-24 is your score here. And we're going to take a short break. We'll be back for the final period here in Mount Pleasant. Don't go anywhere. You're watching NETSN.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
And we're ready to start the fourth period. The Tigers will have the ball to start the game, to start this period. They are up by a lot.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, those last two free throws by Oliveris were in. They, it took a minute for the scoreboard to get those in, but
well, I thought I had messed up, so that's why I was wondering. Math is hard.
All right, looks like Mount Pleasant took a timeout there to avoid the turnover.
So Mount Pleasant's going to have that timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them real quick. We'll be right back. Once again, don't go anywhere.
It was about 7:30 in the morning, just like every other day. I was leaving Lindale, coming into Tyler on my way to work, and then the unexpected happened. My brother told me about Shane McGuire at the McGuire firm and how hard he fights for his clients. I met with Shane. He took care of me and my family and got me on the road to healing so I could get back to normal days with those who matter most.
I'm Shane McGuire from the McGuire firm. We're here for you.
Coming out of the timeout.
Little pump up music there. We will rock you. Speaking of getting rocked, Indiana has a 35-7 lead at halftime.
Good Lord.
Yeah, no 5-star recruits, so they said that's fine. We don't need 5 stars. We got all stars.
And Chisholm misses the three. Bennett Lascano says thank you. I'll take that off the rebound. And Stearns is going to bring it down the court. And a bad pass gets taken by Guerrero. Guerrero's just going to take it all the way down and put it in. And Stearns does a good job of getting out of the way.
Yeah, he thought about trying to take a charge, and then he thought, I probably won't go my way.
Yeah. It's too hard sometimes not to step into things. As that three-point shot goes by Levi Kelly, three-pointer.
Yeah,
for the
that puts him
Wildcats.
on 8 for the night and in the scoring lead.
Yeah, he has a pretty three-point shot when it gets going.
I think those just opportunities have been few and far between, right?
I agree. And that one misses.
Yeah, Smith tried to counter and unfortunately missed everything.
I got to get ready for baseball just a bit outside. We got baseball season coming up here in a few weeks on NETSN. Well, we got to be careful right now, and I'm seeing it just a little bit on the court, is the physicality and the frustration is going to turn into something worse if it's not taken care of, as a three-point shot goes a little off. Kind of seen some pushing and shoving and some things that shouldn't be done and can turn into something worse if it's not, nipped in the bud.
Yeah, and I think it's hard, too, because I think, again, Mount Pleasant's done a good job of being physical all night.
Oh, yeah.
That was friendly fire right there.
Yeah, that was, and a good job by Ashad Smith. I think that was the hardest shot he's had all night, yes. and he made it.
And I think they're behind on the score again. I've got
49-27.
Okay, so maybe I hit something. I thought they hit.
Missed that one.
So maybe I hit something I shouldn't have, but anyway, you're right. That is right. I messed up on here.
Yeah, Chisholm shot a 3, but he missed it. 3-point shot, and that's going to be Seal. Colton Seal with the 3. Puts it up. 5 minutes left in the ball game. 30-49 is the score. And I believe that the Tigers going to kind of not really waste time, but take time. 3-point shot. And that's going to take a little slow roll in there as Ashad Smith finally gets one in there, Jeremy.
Yeah, he did.
He's been trying all night, and that just kind of, that looked like one of my shots. Just went in. A good steal by Smith. And the Wildcats just can't get a pass to go in. That's Emmanuel Harris. Now it looks like I missed one. Not sure how. And that looked, well, I don't know.
It was a good body. It was a lot of body.
Yeah.
The hand was clean on the top, but body.
And they're going to give that to number 15. That's going to be Lascano, his first. So if you're going to get a foul, be the first one.
That's right. That's right.
And Chisholm just makes that look like butter.
Entering for the Tigers, number 11. For the Wildcats, number 31, number 4, and 33.
Here's the second shot. And he puts that one in too.
Now entering for the Tigers, number 1 and number 10.
I don't know what happened, Keith, but my stat thing has gone haywire over here. It's throwing points on the wrong side. It's gone crazy. So, I don't know. It was doing fine, and then one little bump, and it decided no more. It was done.
Well, maybe it's tired.
Yeah, it might be.
And a travel called on Diarra. And I think Coach Kelly and Diarra was wondering what happened there.
I think everybody's perplexed. I think Coach Chisholm was a little bit perplexed.
Yeah.
He'll take it,
yeah.
But I'm not sure he knew what was happening either.
3:30 left in the ball game. Nice little hook shot pass by Hill. 3-point shot. Smith missed it. Whittle all the way. Nobody around. Just going to make the little layup. Good spin move by Zeke Hill. He's going to get fouled, and I think that's going to be on DR. And if it is, that's his 5th.
Foul on number 4.
Yep, that's going to be his 5th foul. And they don't even have him on the board up there.
Yeah, they'll.
At the line is number 11, Zeke Hill. Entering for the Tigers, number 12.
Yeah, Diarra didn't even know he had 4, much less a 5th one. So we're going to kind of a wholesale subset here for the Cats. And Jamarian Robinson checked in for the first time tonight, number 11. And then Eli White checked back in, as well as Harrison Keppen.
Entering for the Tigers, number 4.
2:58 in the ball game. And Oliveris is double teamed and got some help. And Eli got hit from behind, lost the ball, and here comes Savage. Cross-court pass. Three-point shot. And that's going to be Corey Neal with the three. I don't think their scoreboard can add. It was just 57, and now it's 61, and he just scored a three.
Well, it should have been. I think it should have been 59, and then I don't know. I have 61. So.
Well, I have 60.
Okay, see, there you go. Somewhere in there is the right answer. I don't know that it matters at this point.
No,
but
I don't think it does.
And that was Kevin Newsom on the foul there.
So Whittle will go to the line. Shooting two. Minute 57 left in the ball game. And he'll make that one.
Entering for the Tigers, number 15.
It's Theron Nunn checking in.
That's going to be a lane violation. All right.
I guess it was on the Wildcats.
It was on the Wildcats, so they're going to bring it in. Tigers will have the ball. Jaden Jackson's going to pass it around. And they're just kind of playing, I guess, keep away right now. Except for right now, they're going to make a three-point shot. Missed, and a rebound. And he's going to miss that, too. He could have just popped it in. He's just that tall. That was Newsom. And a foul is going to be called on the Tigers. On number 4, Corey Neal. So I guess he figured since he can make a three, he can get a foul.
Yeah.
Oliveris coming down the court. Harrison Keppen is in the game. Whittle misses that one. Rebounded by the Tigers. And Jaden Jackson going to bring it down with 1:04 left. Get it underneath, but it's going to be blocked by Keppen. And now Whittle has the ball. It's going to bring it to midcourt. Pass it off to Oliveris. And time is coming to an end. 50 seconds left in the ball game. Eli White passes it around.
I think Keppen stepped on the line there. I was trying to figure out. That was a late whistle, but I think he stepped out of bounds before he passed it back up to the top.
Yeah, I think the ref had to figure out what he was going to call there. He was confused for a second, but he called it. 39 seconds left. And a good block by Oliveris. Whittle has it over to Oliveris. Oliveris just pulls up, shoots, and it's in.
Great touch on that shot by him.
20 seconds left. And that's a travel. He played a little hopscotch on the court.
Yeah, he did. He thought he could get away with it.
I don't think schoolyard game there. I don't think you can do that here in the court.
No, not unless your first name is LeBron.
Yeah.
You might get away with that one then. Even then, I don't know.
Yeah, 9 seconds left. Eli White tried to get that, but it was knocked out of his hands by Kevin Newsom. 1 second left, and the whistle's going to blow, but they're just going to let it run. And that's going to be the ball game. They're going to just let it go. As they say in Frozen, let it go. And that's going to be the final. Your score here is 60-35. They already shut off the scoreboard. I guess they're done.
61-35.
61-35 is the final. So
according to them,
yeah,
which counts.
I'm going to do that. So that counts. They're the finals. We're not. So Wildcats drop another heartbreaker here. They're just having a rough season. They play so hard, which kills me. They don't give up, and I love that about them. They just grasping at straws, and it just breaks my heart to see it. But I do love to watch them just fight to the very end, because that's what they do. And so I'll tell you what, we got a long drive ahead of us, so we're going to go ahead and start packing up before they turn the lights out on us, because they tend to do that. So
it's true.
For myself, Jeremy, Richard, and all of the NETSN staff, we're going to say good night. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. I know there's some storms going on. I hope they cleared out before we take the drive home. Anyway, be blessed. Have a safe weekend. And from all of us here at NETSN, we'll see you next time.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums,
He's going all the way.
your favorite athletes, your teams,
Ford breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh.
your passion, all in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.